Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is XYFUL MUZZAMMIL RIZUWAN. I am from DEP and my matrix number is 09DEP20F2008. And today I will present you about drug addicts in Johor. So here is an article I picked from the Google. And from my research I know that Johor it have among the highest of drug addict in Malaysia. And I pick a words it say in this article that we believe that the drug supply can have about 85,000 of drug addict. So this means that Johor have the highest rate of drug addicts right here. So what is drugs? Drugs are substances that change a person's mental or physical state. They can affect the way your brain works, how you feel and behave, your understanding, and your sense. This makes them unpredictable and dangerous, especially for young people. The effects of drugs are different for each person and drugs. So why do people use drugs? Okay, first one, maybe they are curious and want to see what happens, and they want to fit in or feel pressure by the peers. They enjoy the effect on their body, for example, feeling excited and energetic or relaxed and calm. They help them cope with the situation. For example, reducing pain and relieving stress. Because they think drugs can help with their stress problems. So they have a drug dependency and need to keep taking them to avoid withdrawal symptoms. So how are drugs made? Drugs come from different sources that, as example, plants, which are cannabis, mushroom, or tobacco. The others is processed plant products, for example, alcohol or heroin. Synthetic chemicals, for example, ecstasy and amphetamines. So how do people take drugs? People take drugs in different ways. Common methods includes slowing the tables or drinking liquids. The body absorbs the drug through the stomach lining. So breathing them into the lungs. The body absorbs the drug through the lining of the lung like smoke. Besides, snorting into the nose also the way of taking drugs. Like the body absorbs the drug through the thin nasal lining like here. The other way is injecting. The user inject the drugs directly into the bloodstream. And the other way is through the skin. The body slowly absorbs the drug from a cream or patch. So rectally or vaginally as a suppository. So the body absorbs the drug through the bowel or vaginal lining. No matter which way you take drug, it will end up in your bloodstream and affect different parts of your body. But have you know there are also illegal drugs? Some drugs such as alcohol, caffeine and nicotine are legal, but may be subject to restrictions based on age, location of use, driving, and point of sale regulations. We regulate and control the active ingredients in legal drugs, like the alcohol content of drinks and the milligram of nicotine in cigarettes. So here is example of kind of drug is heroin. So what is heroin? Heroin is an acquired drug made from morphine, a natural substance taken from the seed pod of various opium poppy plants grown in Southeast and Southwest Asia, Mexico, and Colombia. So heroin can be a white or brown powder or black sticky substance known as black tar heroin. How do people use heroin? Some people inject, sniff, snort, and smoke heroin. Some people mix heroin with crack cocaine, a practice called spitballing. So what are the effects of heroin? Heroin enters the brain rapidly and binds to opioid receptors on cells located in many areas, especially those involved in feelings of pain and pleasure and in controlling heart rate, sleeping, and breathing. So marijuana or ganja. Marijuana, which can call and also can be called cannabis, weed, pot, or dope, refers to the ripe flowers, leaf, stem, and seeds of the cannabis plants. So the cannabis plant contains more than 100 compounds or cannabinoids. These compounds include tetrahydrocannabinol, tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, which is impairing or mind-altering, as well as other active compounds such as cannabidiol, CBD. CBD is not impairing, meaning it does not cause a high. And last one, ecstasy. Ecstasy, or also is called 3,4-methylenedioside and methamphetamine, or MDMA, is a drug that is illegally made. Ecstasy is stimulant drug that can cause hallucinations. It is known as a designer drug because it was created for the purpose of making someone feel high. The drug is popular with teens and youngsters who go to clubs, concerts, or have a rave party. So they want to enjoy more of the party, so they will take this ecstasy. Users think the drug will make them feel good and keep them going for days without rest. But people who use ecstasy do not realize how dangerous this drug is. Ecstasy has become one of the most common illegal drugs sold on the streets. In the last few years, ecstasy has sent many people to emergency rooms because it dangerous side effect. So here is the statistic people of a drug in Johor. I take this from the government my data in internet. So in 2012, the heroin people who take heroin is about 7,168, and marijuana or ganja is 1,342, and ecstasy is 6,679, and the total all of it is 15,189. In 2013, people who take heroin is about 5,885, and marijuana ganja about 141, and ecstasy about 7,920. So the total of it is 30,946. So in the 2014, people who take heroin is about 5,997, and marijuana ganja is about 1,253, and ecstasy is 5,021, and the total of it 12,451. In 2015, the people who take heroin is 5,661, marginal ganja and 349, and ecstasy 6,451. And the total of it is also 12,451. In 2016 is 17,000, and heroin in 2016 is 1,716, and marijuana is 118, and ecstasy is 5,588, and the total of it is 6,484, which is dramatically down from the 2012 to 2015. And then we can see here in 2014 that heroin is fractionally from 2013 fractionally higher in 2014, and also marijuana or ganja drastically getting higher 2014 as usual, same as 2012. And for the ecstasy, we can say that it's getting lower subsequently in 2014. So in 2015, we can say that the heroin is getting lower slightly, and for marijuana or ganja is getting lower drastically, but for the ecstasy is going higher slightly. And in 2016, for all the overall of drugs is getting lower, uh, and we can see a big change in here in 2016, which is heroin is getting low drastically, and the marijuana or ganja just slightly get lower, and for ecstasy is lower that subsequently. So we can say here that 2016 have the lowest we can say here that we can say that 2016 have the lowest total of drug addict among the 2012 to 2015. So next we go for the average percentage total of drug addicts since 2012 to 2016 in Johor. So here it say that about 44% of drug addicts take a heroin, which is 26,427, which say that among the highest in all kind of drugs. So for the marijuana or ganja have the lowest take of people drug addicts, which is 6%, which belong is for 3,365. And for the ecstasy is average about of all half uh half of kind. So for the ecstasy, they say that it is average of half all kind of the drugs, which is half of marijuana and ecstasy, and have the among the highest state for the drug addicts. So I'm jump into the conclusion. Drugs does not just affect your physical body and health. They can affect your mental health, your finance, your relationships, your social life, and your career records. So learn to deal with life pressure. The inability to deal with normal life pressure is one of the major reasons that drive people to drug and alcohol. For many people, drug and alcohol consumption is a way to escape the harsh reality in life. Learning to cope with life pressure will go a long way when it comes to helping people stay away from drugs and alcohol. So you need to find a counselor or anyone to talk with to help prevent from you taking these drugs. Also, develop close family ties. So research indicates that people who share a close relationship with their family are less likely to become drug addicts. The guidance that the guidance and support provided by the family make it easier for a person to deal with life pressure and stay away from all types of harmful substances. The same is true for having close relationship with good friends that are responsible and trustworthy. So that's all from me. Thank you.